Everyone, alongside Mike Trossel, I'm Dave Giancola. Thanks for joining us once again for a U.S. Amateur Decade. The 2000s saw more international players compete for these titles, in addition to an age revolution.
Dave, a combined 7 players from outside the United States won the U.S. Amateur and U.S. Women's Amateur in that decade, and the champions were younger than ever. 5 Women's Am winners were teenagers, including the youngest winner in the event's history, 14-year-old Kimberly Kim in 2006. On the men's side, both Danny Lee and Ben An set the record for youngest champion in consecutive years.
All in all, the 2000s were a transformational decade for golf, and that was very evident in the amateur game. Here's the best of the 2000s from the U.S. Amateur and U.S. Women's Amateur Championships.
And it will have a little movement to it, but she can go ahead and hit this plenty firm.
And she's got 2 putts to win the match.
Her little Carolina Blue has brought her some good fortune this week.
Sometimes you're in a state of not knowing exactly where you are in the match.
Kay, was that conceded?
That was. I think they're figuring it out right now. I think Father Ernie is just saying to
Yeah,
Mike
that's it.
Mandel,
Well,
I think it's all over.
well, it is all over, and there is your winner.
Thank you.
Marcy Newton, 22 years of age from High Point, North Carolina, wins 8-7 against Laura Myers-Koff.
He's able to recover in the previous 2 18s, but Quinny now with a birdie to win this championship, and maybe it'll be 2 putts to win it, depending on what Driscoll has in mind. Look at this. It is over. Wow. Jeff Quinny is the 100th U.S. Amateur champion on the 39th hole.
This one looks pretty good too.
Get up right there. Be the right shot. Yeah, no. Go in the hole.
That's not too bad, is it?
Be the right shot, man.
Outstanding.
How about sensational?
Wow.
Sensational 2001 for Meredith Duncan. She is the winner of the 101st U.S. Women's Amateur. I don't know if anybody's ever won it in that kind of style.
Nice to meet you.
Going down like Columbus.
Sure, he's more thinking about what could have been than what is actually happening right at the moment.
Yeah, that is a tough. I feel really bad for him. That's a hard way to lose a match, and really hard because you had it. I mean, it was yours.
5 up through 14. Hamilton was in the morning 18.
You know, you're probably going to knock this in. You can't get an easier putt than this, straight uphill.
He can 3-putt from this point and win. And Bubba knocks it in. Bubba Dickerson, the 101st U.S. Amateur champion.
Becky Lucitti, Poway, California, the winner of the 102nd U.S. Women's Amateur Championship. 3-2 over Brandy Jackson, and what a match, Judy.
She has played some great golf this week. Fitting that it should end with a very strong clutch.
It's not a real good lie, John. you know, he has to get the ball in the air about 3 feet and just kind of let it take its own course down to the hole. It will move to his left once it gets onto the green.
You just got to know the pressure on this guy right here. He knows if he knocks this down for, you know, a tap in, it's over. He's won the U.S. Amateur. Place in history. Very delicate, though. He's got pretty good touch, Roger.
That's beautifully judged.
You can celebrate Stockton, California.
Ricky Barnes ends it at the 17th with a beautiful touch, like he's displayed all championship week long. Ricky Barnes is the 102nd U.S. Amateur champion. You call those two a couple of Barnes Stormers at Oakland Hills, celebrating with his older brother, Andy.
Chance to be very good.
Now Verada from 170. Good shot. Very good.
Below the hole.
Flag high. Just great shot.
Well played. That's exactly what she needed to do. Getting in close, and there's your champion. The 2003 U.S. Women's Amateur title goes to Verada Nirapat Pongpong. The 21-year-old from Bangkok, Thailand, finished in the quarterfinals the last 2 years, and this year makes it to the finals and wins over Jane Park, the 16-year-old from California.
Just under 140 to the front, Roger, something like that.
Just a 9-iron. This ball at the center of the green has kept the flight of it down. Let's see if it'll hang on. Well done.
Look where he is aiming this putt, Dan. I mean, his back is almost to the hole.
Well, he's not hit this hard enough. He is going to leave himself. But look at this. It continues to trickle. He got it about 18 inches.
Wow, Roger, was that fast or what?
It looks like a 4. And 19-year-old Nick Flanagan has won the most prestigious amateur championship in the world. The 103rd U.S. Amateur champion.
She's really a lot of fun. She seems halfway serious on the course, but quite a sweet girl.
Fourth shot.
Chipping back up into the hill.
Oh my gosh, she made it.
And into the cup.
What a play. Second shot, Jane Park at 18 struggled earlier today at this 18th hole.
That from 136 yards, looked like an 8-iron.
Oh, and a beautiful golf shot right there. Look at this, Judy.
Couldn't be better. What a beautiful shot under pressure. What a good shot from the...
Back uphill, right to left movement. Oh.
Well, she played some wonderful golf. I hope she won't take this too hard.
She has conceded. And the winner of this 104th U.S. Women's Amateur Championship, Jane Park, the 17-year-old from Rancho Cucamonga, California. For all of us here in Erie, Pennsylvania, I'm Roger Twibel. Thanks so much for being with us. We're going to send you right now to the Mid-Atlantic Regional of the Little League World Series.
Ryan Moore, his third
third straight hole. The lead in the match for the first time. There it is.
3.
More is 1 up.
Hey, here.
Starts at the center. The green is hitting right at the flagstick. What did we say about great champions? Very reminiscent of the final shot that Tiger Woods hit a few years ago at Newport Country Club to end up defeating Buddy Marucci.
Ryan Moore 1 up through 35 holes throughout the entire day. We kept saying Luke List, 2 up, 3 up, at one point 4 up. It's turned around. It comes down to this.
Roger, degree of difficulty?
Given the circumstance?
Yeah. Well, got to land the ball on the downslope and just let it feed down to the hole.
It's very quick. Move a little left into the green. He's got no tube in sand. No good.
Good point.
That's it.
And it will be conceded. So that is it. But give Luke List his due. He did a tremendous job throughout the week pulling off upsets, but Ryan Moore just too tough, and here he wins the U.S. Amateur Public Links Championship, the NCAA Championship, and now the U.S. Amateur.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, what a good putt.
That is it. Morgan Pressel is the winner of the 105th United States Women's Amateur, and she does so in impressive style as she soundly defeats Maru Martinez here in the finals.
Roger, makeable putt here up the hill.
It certainly is. Not a lot of break in this putt that I see.
Hey, says Dad. Seventh birdie. Molinari, 24-year-old from Italy, is the 105th U.S. Amateur Champion. 4-3. Becomes the first player from continental Europe to win a men's USGA championship.
If she makes this putt, Schallenberg must make to continue. I'm buying it. How about you? This is a significant upslope that Kimberly's going to have to play up. This hole is just cut 5 from the right, not that much further from the left.
She made that look very easy under the circumstances. Off a tight lie, not much green to work with.
The youngest women's amateur champion ever. 14-year-old Kimberly Chen from Hilo, Hawaii.
This would make Mom and Dad proud if he's able to stiff this one at 16, watching nervously back in Aberdeen, Scotland.
the ball down, kept it right of the hole, short of the hole. Ah, that's just beautiful.
Richie also has an older brother, Robin, who's 27 years old and is a pretty good golfer in his own right.
Made it. Oh, no.
That's heartbreaking there.
2 putts to win the championship now for Richie Ramsey. That caught a lot of the edge of the hole.
Speed was good too, Dan. I mean, it wasn't like it was too firm.
So right now, all of it.
Just looking for it to move a touch to the right, and it just didn't do it.
All of it just comes racing through the mind now. Richie Ramsey already in the U.S. Open. He's got a spot with Jeff Ogilvy and Tiger Woods at Oakmont next year.
And he conceded the match.
And it's over, 4-2. Richie Ramsey becomes the first Scotsman to win the U.S. Amateur in 108 years.
Sounded pretty clean. Oh, how about that, Dottie?
That's exactly what she did. She took it to the front of the green, let it release. That was third of the way back. Beautifully done.
Yes. Needs to hustle. Ooh, that's close to 60. Maybe 5.5.
Columbia has its champion.
What a well-played match by 2 terrific players. Applause for Amanda, but both of them played such great golf.
Third shot for Colt Knost at the 14th.
Very straightforward little pitch here, just right up the hill. Should move a little to his right.
And Knost does a 360 and in. Champions say it's the fastest green on the course. He knows what he's talking about.
This has got to be
got
good.
Pretty good pace right
This
here.
has got to be really
Pretty good pace from right there.
That might be the putt that sets up the winning putt for Colt Knost.
Left.
All right. And
I
that is
think
going to do
that's
it. Colt Knost has an incredible summer double. Another USGA title, and the biggest one of all. He's the 2007 U.S. Amateur champion.
There it is. A finalist last year, a champion this year. Amanda Blumenhurst, our 108th U.S. Women's Amateur champion. Uncle Bill there with her the whole way. That is Dad. It is a wonderful reward for someone who has represented the game as perhaps no other. Amanda Blumenhurst, our champion. All right, while Gary was giving us that explanation, this was Danny Lee's second at the 7th.
Shot it just over 60 yards. Little backboard behind the hole.
Well, they played a beauty here earlier this morning, and that's another gorgeous one there. Should be a certain birdie.
All right, Danny Lee. Oh, hard swing. This thing's thrown way up in the air and just a little bit right of the hole.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We are being treated to some of the best golf we have ever seen. It is Championship Sunday, and we're seeing championship golf. Let's take a look at the putting line, courtesy of Mutual of Omaha.
And if this putt were to go down, this would win the championship. 18 inches of break from left to right, that assuming a speed that would carry the putt a foot past the hole. Go! That was going a little faster than that.
What a way to punctuate a magnificent championship by Danny Lee. Came in here as the #1 ranked amateur in the game and did nothing to disappoint.
Steve, any sense that there might be an anxious moment knowing what could be around the corner?
Jennifer, I think that is well out of her mind for at least the moment.
Go. Be right. Sit.
Sit down. That was a very solid shot. Perhaps carried it 2 or 3 paces farther than ideal, but very, very well done.
Gotta get going.
Oh, is that close enough to be called a gimme?
Oh no, not unless
not
they're given
sure.
3-footers.
It's been a long, grueling week, but this for the U.S. Amateur Championship.
What a summer for Jennifer Song. Final margin 3-1.
Jennifer Song wins her first U.S. Women's Amateur Championship on the heels of the 2009 Women's Amateur Public Links Championship, becoming just the second player in history to win both of those championships in the same summer.
His mother following this championship on the internet in China. Well, this broadcast is seen live in some 175 countries around the world.
No.
Wonderful position to be in. 3 putts to win the hole.
And that will do it. Yang Hoon An has a spot on the Havemeyer Trophy alongside all those great names. Bobby Jones, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods. And now for the 2nd straight year, a Korean-born player wins the biggest amateur championship in the world. 7-5.